Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. Um, Really bullish week. I love the way the week's finished. I think we should go and retest now next week. Yes, we believe there's black swans around. Hopefully, those little black swans will stay away for us for a little while, and we can go and test that 5,600 level. Um, Certainly, our market is indicating that we should at least do that. So possibly Monday we might. I was going to do it today, but I thought Friday there might be a bit of selling, and certainly Monday I might just whack on one or two more trends, and hopefully see if we can steal a quick 4 or 5% out of them. Um, but yeah, for me, it's certainly the SX 200. It looks absolutely fine. Just quickly going around the traps. We said the other day mobile embrace. It's good. It was up 21% today at one stage. Now it's up around. It's ended up about 17.5%. I think this was a very oversold story. 6% of its revenue got affected, and the stock absolutely crashed 50%. I think that just does show the general market at the moment. It is very, very jumpy. And another stock I'd like to point out today is obviously A2 Milk. That's just had a stunning week, and obviously on the charts looks very, very good. The trends, RHC, the ones we've got on the moment, obviously really happy with that. I've got no issues whatsoever. Aristocrat, I'm teeing this up for a good week next week, hopefully, fingers crossed. Domino's looks fine. Obviously focus on that sort of long-term trend. Just be a little bit careful on gold at the moment. We are big believers in gold, in the gold story. There is an issue at the moment with Mr. Modi talking about banning gold. If he does that, it could give a little bit of a short-term shock to the gold price. However, we follow gold. We've charted gold. We follow a lot of historians who track gold. There's one absolutely brilliant guy that in the last 4 or 5 years, I think he's predicted the gold price literally. I wouldn't say to the number, but not far off it. I don't want to scare you, but this guy actually says gold's going to go back under 1,000. But once it does that, there's your trigger for 5,000. So we like the gold story. We're going to hold that. The trend, the general trend around the world of which we see this year is going to be a lot of difficulties, a lot of fiscal difficulties in countries around the world, and obviously we think gold will do well because of that. I'd just like to have a quick look at the end of the week. How did those weekly buy and sell signals do? Well, DMP and FBU. The ASX ended up sort of 2.8% for the week. Domino's was up about 1.2, and so was FBU. So good, they were in the green, but they didn't outperform the market, which is obviously not the normal of equity story. However, all's not lost because our bullish stocks did outperform the market, and when the market's up 3% and you outperform it, that's good. And what helped us do that was stocks like ORE, which I think was up about 12.5% roughly, and obviously A2 Milk, which was up 13.93% for us. Obviously ASB was up about 4.4%. So generally speaking, GUD was up for us around 5%. So all in all, only marginally, but when you add it all up, we certainly outperformed the market, which is a fantastic effort. And again, the bearish shares, we had things like, here you go, stocks we said stay away from. MML was down sort of 5-6% when the week was up 2.8%, and the other stocks absolutely like CVO, as you can see, did nothing. GTY absolutely did nothing, just went sideways, and VRL I think ended the week down. So again, another sterling effort, warning people stay away from certain stocks that just wouldn't perform even in a great market. What I thought I did tonight, well, what I prepared earlier, I went through a list of stocks because I had a bit of a rib today from some of the, some of my friends, so to talk, and they said, Dave, you're being a bit negative, and blah blah blah. And I said, right, listen, I spent some time today. I went through the ASX 300, and I thought I'd have some fun by just pretending we lived in different times, and everything was sort of fairly bullish. There weren't any sort of serious black swans on the horizon, and I said, right, let's go and find the best 27 stocks on the 300, and I've got them here. And what I feel is that in the short term, if you believe that this market is going to have a fantastic run up from here, because at the end of the day, Equity Story, we can't play God. We've got to tell you what the shares are saying at the moment, and these are the best, I think, 27 stocks where at the moment for me it looks like you're going to make money on in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So obviously at the top we've got A2 Milk, which I think just looks a stunning trend, hitting record highs, great products, and I think that looks absolutely fantastic. And for me, this certainly looks like it's going to be going quite a little bit higher. Obviously, Aristocrat, we're trending this at the moment. Again, this is one of the great stocks. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Bellamy's looks stunning. Again, I think it's held those sort of levels, and it's held that sort of green happy line. It's turning up. It's starting to show that sort of MACD. There's no reason why this can't go up and at least test out that sort of $14 level. ALQ, this is great. This is looks like a stock in really bullish times. It's got this really nice little swing going. And you know what? It's just broken back above that 200. I think it looks very bullish, ALQ, and for all those professional traders I've got who are members of Equity Story, take a look at this one. It's looking very good. ALU, again, absolutely stunning. ANN looks very good. BHP had a good day today. I know we sold it and took some money, but I think it will find a bit of maybe it's still got a bit to go. Maybe just when it hits that sort of, maybe it often turns down a little bit before, there will be a bit of resistance around the 27 level. Hansen, what a chart. I mean, how many times have we traded this one? For me, wow, look, it's only come down and played with this sort of longer term moving average twice in 2 years. It's doing it 3 times properly in the last sort of 2 years, and it looks very bullish. Now here's one, BlueScope Steel. Fundamentally I find it hard to go for this, but when you look at that chart, it's only saying one thing: we're going up. It looks very good. BRG, again, looks very good. Got a nice little pretty solid movement, nice little MACD forming. ARB, again, looks very good, and might have 1 more 2 weeks here, but I can see it definitely go up from $17 and retesting that sort of $18 level. Corporate travel, what a story. I mean, it's been one of the great stories we put on Equity Story, this one. And again, I would like a clearer bit of movement around here, maybe buying it nearer this blue line, but again, it is a very solid trend. FBU, again, obviously this had a classic buy signal on this week, but again, looks very good. Domino's, you can see why we're trending it at the moment. Stunning company, looks excellent. IGO looks very good. I mean, this is one of our 3-year growth stories, and it looks very bullish. And certainly, like we said, if you want to sort of play the resource revival, please have a good look at IGO. It looks very good on the charts. GUD, again, looks excellent, having that nice movement. Came down, tested the story out, and bang, up she goes again. Got a nice little MACD forming. JHX, again, James Hardy, squash. Often you got to squash these charts up. It really helps. Bang. Doing this really, again, look at the periods in time. Very similar with this stock. And again, might play around here, but it should follow its course and obviously keep going up. JB Hi-Fi, had a great move up. Come back, hit the longer term happy line, and having a nice move up. And guess what? It's Christmas. It tends to have a good move up around Christmas. JB Hi-Fi, Nanosonics. Here's one for you. Again, I think that's looking pretty bullish. And this is one of a stock we've trended before a few times. I call this one of my slow elephants. It's very trustworthy, moves very slowly, but it's very solid. Again, holds that sort of trend lines very well, and a good story, a very very good story. PGH Pack Group, wow, bang bang bangs. We've trended this one quite a few times, and again, I think it's starting to look good. Ramsey Healthcare, again, we're in it at the moment. I think it looks stunning. And look at this one. It's the one we've trended quite a few times before in Equity Story. Technology One, again, looks so good. This stock comes down and tests those trend lines and just goes on with it. Looks absolutely stunning. This one's got to be in the top 3 or 4. Webjet, very good. Had a nice bullish run up on those results. Came back, tested the story, and she's off again. Here's one for you. Woodside Petroleum. I think it looks very, very, very good. Wolseley Parsons, and again looks stunning. Maybe a little bit of resistance where it is there, but I think you can just break up closer to that sort of 950 level. I have no reason why this can't have a nice little run. And NIB Holdings again looks very good. You can squash this chart up a bit, have a sort of better look, and this is quite actually an interesting chart. You can see a little bit in the past where what does that remind you of, that chart? Looks a little bit like FPH at the moment, doesn't it? And Burson, like two stories that we like the stories, so we're holding them. And the reason we are is that we don't like losing money. Equity Story, we've got a history of making it, right? But look, it goes there and you think, oh, what's wrong? Bang, then up she goes again, and the story's on. So sometimes good stories and good trends will come down and just play games. And this one's back on, and my gosh, she looks absolutely fantastic. Just before I go tonight, I just like to thank. Obviously, we've had a lot of new members recently, a lot of old members, all nearly. I think we've got an incredible record, the highest re-sign rate up in the industry, which is fantastic. So I'd like to thank all those people for obviously all those people re-signing. I'd like to welcome obviously all the new members. We've had quite a few recently. Anyway, I'd like to wish you all a good weekend and thank you for listening to Equity Story.